Hello my friends, I'm Antonios. We will continue with our application with jokes. And if you remember from the previous lesson, we set the three tabs here. And the problem we had, it was when we clicked to the category of the second tab here, school. When we click to back button, the program takes us to the first tab. We don't want that. We want to go again to tab general. So let's fix that. I had already opened the tab menu here, as you see it, and we need to open and splash Java class, because when we call tab menu from splash activity, we have to send an extra information from the tab, which tab to be selected. So into the thread in here where we start the activity, we have to use the putextra to the indent A, so we can set let's name it tab, and for the value we will send the first tab, 0. Okay, and now we can go to tab menu. We have to set a string variable here. Let's name it tab equals to null string. Create an indent, and this will be equal with the get indent. So down here, after the tab host get tab widget, we can take in tab string. Let's make this equal with our indent. Get a string extra, this one, and we will get the tab as we send it from the splash screen. And now we will use an if statement, and if the tab variable content equals to 0, then we want to set the tab host, setCurrentTab, where is it? Okay, here to 0. So the first tab will be selected. So else if the tab content equals to 1, we want the tab host to set it current tab 1. Let's put this into okay, and lastly let's copy that, here has to be 1, and when the tab contains 2, we set the current tab must be the third one, 2. So what we have done here, we set a variable tab, we get the intent from the splash menu, which contains from the splash contains only the 0 value. We check if the tab contains equals to 0. If contains 0, we set the current tab to 0, the first one. And in here we check if it's 1 to go to the second tab, and if it's 2 to go to the third tab. Okay, now we have to go to our jokes general Java, or we have set the back button, if you remember. And when we click to the back button, where is it? Here. When we click to the back button, we have to set back to the tab menu the information if the tab is 0, 1 or 2. But first we need to get the information from the menu 1. If you remember, we have the menu here. When we call jokes general from here, if you remember, we put extra information tab host num to 0. Okay, we have that. Also, when we click to from menu 1, we have the extra information tab host num here. So I think it's the same with the menu 2 Java from here. Yes, okay. So in jokes general class we have to get this information first. We have already set the ident here. We get here the category, so we have to use a new string here for the tab. Equals to null string, and now we can get here tab equals to ident dot get string extra. And for the name, let's copy the name because I don't remember which one it was. Let's copy it from here. Tab host num, Control C, jokes general, we paste it here so we can get the information for the tab which is the one that we want. Okay, and now we can send back this information. We will put it into ident putextra, name it tab, and we will set the value to tab variable. Okay, so let's see what we have done so far before we run it. Let's go back to tab menu. Okay, here we set from the splash, we set the putextra tab to 0, and we start the activity. So goes to tab menu, we create a string tab, we create the ident here, and we get the ident here. I think we have to change that. Let's go to get the ident, or let's put all this one, cut it from here and put it down here, because we have to get the ident after the onCreate method. Then when we get the ident to tab, we search if the tab contains 0 and set the tab host to 0. If the tab contains 1, set the tab current tab to 1, 2, and so on. And from the menu, okay, we just did that. I think we are okay. Let's save it. Click to the emulator and run. So here we are. If we go to general class, click to school. Okay, then we go back and we are in general. Okay, questions, click to questions, go back and we are in questions again. That's it.